Hello everyone, and thanks for joining us on this episode of Property Doctor. If you stumbled on this channel right now, please wait. Watch, there's something very important you need to know about your buildings. Don't go away. My name is Fumi Amunega Ajayi, also known as your Property Doctor. You can connect with us on any of our social media handles on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Property Doctor NG, and on Twitter at Property Doc NG.
I'm coming. If you hand over to government to maintain, the budget the money and share it.
To live in that particular place that the house is. So it's supposed government will compensate them so that and pay them and relocate them to where they are going and build another house for them.
Careful engineering and management to meet human needs. Many times we hear of people tripping or slipping or accidentally falling down at home, and sometimes it could be very fatal and can lead to death. Today we'll be talking about accidental falls, trips and slips in the homes or in the buildings. Anyone can fall, children, adults, aged people. We should not allow what we can prevent to destroy us. Most times, these falls occur in the bathroom or any other place in the building. You know what? It could be because maybe they are ill or something, but sometimes because of how the building was constructed. I mean the design of the building and also the type of material used and the style of construction. Sometimes our choices affect us negatively. You know what? We need to sit down and make the right choice when building so that the buildings you intend to stay in does not become a death trap to you, to your parents or to your children and every other person using the building generally. In some developed countries, when you get to a particular age, you are insured against accidental falls in the home because of the proper record they've been keeping over the period of time, and they observed that maybe the accidental falls increased in the homes. So they started working towards insuring people, or some health workers even give the aged ones some gadgets they can place in their hands so that they'll be notified if there is a problem. I'm not going into that today. Today I want to just focus on some things we need to know and what we need to do to reduce accidental falls or slips or trips at home, or even eliminate it totally. You know, that would be very good. Scientists have linked several personal risk factors to falling. This may include muscle weakness, problems with balance like the gait, and blood pressure that drops too low, or when you get up from lying down or sitting down, called postural hypertension. I'm not looking at that today, but accidental falls, slips and trips in the home is what we want to talk about. Where can this type of falls or trips or accidents occur in the building? It can occur in the bathroom, in the kitchen, in the rooms, in the sitting room, in the washing area, any place, any corner in the house. This can happen there. So the types of flooring materials we used in the building may be the cause of this accidental fall. So let's look at the type of flooring material we use. What are the types of flooring material that people use and that can cause the slip to occur or the trip to occur? Most of the time is maybe the tiles, and it occurs in the bathroom. At the end of the day, you find out that these tiles in the bathroom can be slippery. Maybe when little water pours on it, it can just slip. It can even be wood. It could be LVP, that's the luxury vinyl planks, or LVT, luxury vinyl tiles, as some people call it. It could be plastic carpets. It could be rug or any other thing that can happen in the house. It can just be something that we've placed somewhere that can cause the slip or the trip or the accidental falls. Let us look at the causes of this slip or falls or trips in the house. Maybe the first thing I'll be talking about is the different elevation on the floor. If you find out that the floor, maybe sometimes you see the level of the floor is not the same, and people who are not conscious or who don't know are just walking past, they might trip and fall. The type of flooring material used in constructing the floor of the building might be another problem causing the trips or falls in the house. Maybe you use tiles, slippery, glazed tiles. They can make people trip even if there's a little dust, like silt, on the tiles. Now, you also have water on the tiles. If you have a wet floor, people can trip and they can fall, because when you have water, just a thin film of water on tiles can cause someone to slip or to fall. Sometimes when the floor is being cleaned and is in a public area like airports or busy places like commercial spots, you find out that they will inform people that by putting a sign that you should take care when walking so that you don't fall. If there's oil on the tiles or on the floor, even on plastered floor, it can cause someone to slip or to trip. This can occur from maybe the spillage of food or even drink. Now, if you have soapy water, maybe the floor is being mopped and you have soapy water that is not cleaned properly from the tiles or from the floor, it can cause someone to slip. If you have dust, like I mentioned, like if you have silt, very thin dust on the floor, it can make someone to slip and to fall. The different floor levels can occur with when somebody wants to climb the step, or maybe uneven flooring, or is slopey, or is not properly done. You find out that people can make mistakes and they can fall. So if you have the change in floor types, like from tiles to carpet, or from carpet to tiles, or luxury vinyl planks to tiles, and so on, change in the type of floor, maybe from tiles to this or to another kind of material, some people can make mistakes and they can fall. Sometimes the way the tiles are fixed wrongly can cause someone to trip and to fall down. Another thing is that sometimes we have loose floorboards can cause someone to trip or to fall. Or loose or bulging carpet. Maybe the carpet is not properly done, or maybe it has moved, or it's not well placed. You find out that people can fall down. Another thing is loose mats or rugs, or if you have potholes or cracks on the floor, like uneven flooring or sidewalks in the house, it can cause people to fall down. Sometimes you place materials along the road. Maybe somebody forgot and placed material or exposed wiring or extension box or other tripping hazard can occur in the house because those things were placed there. For the aged ones, maybe because of the poor sight or failing eyesight, they can miscalculate and trip or fall. So we need to be very careful. Other times, the bathroom floor is one area where most people fall. When this occurs in the bathroom, people can fall and hit themselves hard on the wash hand basin or the WC or the bath or even on the floor. Any fall in the bathroom can be very dangerous, and sometimes it can lead to death. I remember someone who got home from work and was very tired. He went to have his bath and accidentally he fell down and hit his head. The impact was so bad and he did not recover. May God rest his soul. Now, we've been talking about accidental falls, trips, and slips in the home. Now, let's look at some things that we should do that can help us minimize these falls in the home. What are those things that we should look at? We should use anti-slip tiles. If you're using tiles in your home and you know you're going to bring in children, even if the tile is beautiful, make sure that it is anti-slip, that people cannot just slip and fall down easily. Now, in the bathroom where you know that definitely you're going to have water, splashing on the floor, make sure you use anti-slip tiles also. And you can also use a bathroom curtain, a bath or shower curtain, to keep the water in the bath or in the shower tray. So use a bath curtain. Then in the kitchen, make sure you use anti-slip tiles. Avoid glazed tiles in the kitchen. It can be very dangerous because you have oil when you're frying and water pours on the floor. it can be very dangerous if you're not careful in the kitchen. And you cannot always say that you will be careful. What about other people? They too need to be careful. You need to have adequate handles in your bathroom. Not just placing handles for physically challenged people. You can place handles to support yourself, maybe just handles you can place on the wall to support yourself or to support people who will use the bathroom so that they don't fall. And if they want to fall, they can have something to hold on to so that they don't fall down completely. Sometimes people fall from the stairway or the staircase. It is good to have a good design for your staircase or for your stairs or for your stairway. Just make sure you have a good design. This is done during construction. Make sure that you have even risers. Sometimes you find out that some risers, maybe from the formwork that has been done, is not even and it's not consistent. It can mislead people on the staircase when they are climbing. And if you have different risers of different heights, this can confuse the users and they can make a mistake and fall. This can be done before and during construction. So building design should always be regulated, and make sure your stairway is designed with consistent risers and landings. Sometimes when there is darkness in an area and people who are not familiar or used to that particular area of the house, they might make a mistake and trip and fall. So in those kind of areas where you know that there can be total blackout, because we are here in Nigeria and we always experience power failure, you can have automatic power that maybe when there is a power failure, that comes on quickly so that people using that area will not make a mistake. They will not be afraid and they cannot fall down. Now, place warning signs where you have different floor elevations. And those kind of signs could be maybe like mind your step, or you can tell people to mind your head for those of us that are tall. And if it's for wet floor areas, you can let people know that the floor is wet so they can be careful whenever they are walking in that particular area. If you're placing your rug on the floor, make sure your rug or your carpet, they are well laid on an even area. If it is not well laid, make sure it is straightened out properly and it is well laid. Do you know any other material used on the floor that can cause people to slip or to fall or to trip? You can send in a comment to us to let us know what you think or what can be done to keep people from falling in their homes and make the home a safe place for us to stay. Thank you for keeping this date with us today. And for those of you who joined us today, I hope you learned something. Thank you for staying with us till the end of this program. If you have stayed till this time, I hope you learned something. I hope you liked this video. Click subscribe if you have not subscribed, and share to your friends and to your family so that they will learn something from this particular channel. We hope to see you same time next week for another interesting episode of Property Doctor. Until then, enjoy the rest of your day. God bless you and bye.
I'm coming. If you hand over to government to maintain, the budget the money and share it.
To live in that particular place that the house is. So it's supposed government will compensate them so that and pay them and relocate them to where they are going and build another house for them.
Careful engineering and management to meet human needs.